Alright guys, hello. My name is Wixie, and this is gonna be the first part to how to speedrun the Wind Waker. But instead of this being the English no tuner one that I've been working on, this is gonna be the Japanese with tuner. So, I'm gonna go over from every part from the very beginning of the run to the very end. It's gonna go, like, each part is gonna go over different segments about the run until we reach the very end of the run. So here we have the start screen, or the home screen, or the file select screen I should say. So you're gonna want to pick file 1 because it's the fastest file for when you save warp or soft reset. So we're just gonna go ahead and pick that right now. Go ahead and start your file, or pick your file name, and then go ahead and start your you hit end, and that's when the timer starts. And the timer doesn't end until you put the sword in Ganon's head. So, or until the sword goes into Ganon's head. So, yeah, let's go. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start it up. Okay. I guess this gives me the time, because this intro is very long. It gives me the time to go over a few things about this speedrun. One thing you should know is the Wind Waker, as of now, it's like the second longest Zelda speedrun out there. They're all really good, like lengthwise, except for Skyward Sword and Wind Waker. I mean, TP is like on the borderline between like fine and bad. I think 3.5 hours is like the limit of a speedrun, or how long it should be, but this one, the average time is like anywhere between 5 hours and, or I should say 4.5 hours to 6 hours. That's the average. Anything better than like a 4-hour and 30-minute run is really good, or it's good. So another thing is I'm going to be going over the speedrun on console, but when I go over certain tricks or stuff like any little things, I'm going to be switching over to emulators so I can demonstrate different results or different setups for that specific glitch or trick to get the same outcome. So like certain tricks, they require a setup, and others, or like the same trick doesn't require a setup, or it does require a setup. It just basically is your preference. I guess the first example of that would be like window jump. Window jump, it doesn't require a setup, but a lot of people still do use a setup, including myself. I use there's a wall that's to like your left when Link's rolling up the ramp, I guess, that I use to like line Link's character up, and then I just jump from that line-up position. But a lot of runners, or I should say a couple runners, they don't use the wall, so they just kind of YOLO it. But another thing is, since this game is so long, most glitches in this run are overused, or they're used over and over and over and over again, so they're very repetitive. A good example of this is storage. The reason for storage, why we do storage so much, is because it saves so much time. It saves like somewhere between 40 minutes and 50 minutes or something like that. It shaves off a lot of time, because with storage we can perform glitches like super swimming and stuff like that, and at storage, and we get to store cutscenes and little things like that. So it's so that's what I would recommend, is practicing the glitches, getting good at them. Make sure you spend all the time necessary with those glitches to where you're comfortable, and you know that, like, if you're gonna do your speedrun, you know that you'll have the ability to do those glitches well enough to get a good time. Let's see, what else? Another thing, make sure when you're learning this game, I'm gonna try to put all these parts out, like how to speedrun this game. I'm gonna try to put them out like as fast as possible, but I don't want to make it to where like I stress myself out. So I'm not gonna put like 5 or 6 episodes out, or whatever, 5 or 6 parts to it each day. I'm gonna try to put like 1 or 2, maybe 3 each day. I think that's a good amount. It gives like people watching or who are learning this game, it gives them a good medium between like learning and practicing, so they could learn the 3 parts in one day and then practice the rest of the day those 3 parts or 2 parts, whatever, and get really good at them. I think that's a good balance. So now this is the first part, this is the first segment, and normally the timer's supposed to be rolling right now, but I don't have a timer because it's just the voiceover or voice commentary tutorial. So so this is the first segment. Normally people would put like a hero sword segment, and that's from the very beginning of the run, which is at the end timer or the end button, until they receive the hero's sword. And this is all part of the first segment, so we're gonna go ahead and now just mash through Errol's text. Okay, so now this is the last text box. Right after you cancel this text box, you're gonna want to hold down, and then like until Link is completely like turned away from Errol, because you don't want to target Errol when you turn the camera. And how you target things or turn the camera is with L, so you're gonna want to try to avoid that. So again, cancel the text, hold down until Link is completely looking away from Errol, like that, and then you're gonna L target, and then side hop right. And how you side hop is you like move to the right like this, and then you press A. So we're gonna just press A twice as fast as possible. The faster the better, because you'll spend like more frames on there. But let me go over this real quick. There's kind of a thing you can do here. It's like a quick roll, like that, and you can get a full-blown roll out of the water instead of like going like this, like walking slowly, or this, like a soft roll. It's 1 frame, so you're gonna want to try to like practice it or like learn a good consistent way to time it. So yeah, so now that we came from there, we're gonna go up here and up to this ramp and then open the door. Now we're gonna hold down right on the control stick and then roll and then turn the camera, so that way we'll land right in front of the ladder, like that. I mean, I have to adjust most of the time anyway, so go ahead and just adjust it till you like it, and then just roll into this cutscene.
Hi.
I guess I should say the file, like the whatever file name you choose, it can be all 8 characters long. It doesn't matter, because like the entire file name shows up in 1 frame. So it can be 1 character or it can be 8 characters, and it's still the same speed. So that doesn't really matter. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and cancel her text. Alright, so this last text box, right after it, you're just gonna mash the start button or press the start button as fast as you can, and then when you get there, when we get there, I'll tell you what to do. So mash the start button. Okay, so now the A button or the cursor is highlighted on the save button. So we're just gonna hit that twice and then soft reset the console, or the game rather. So how you soft reset the console or the Wii is you press A, and then on this screen you press A immediately or as fast as possible, and then again as fast as possible. You're going to want to hold X, B, and start at the same time, and what that does is it soft resets the Wii. And what's weird about this game is the saving. It saves automatically the 2nd frame after you press the A button right here. So as soon as you press the A button, switch to holding X, B, and start. And that works. And then we're just going to load up our file again. So when you load up this file, Link will be in this weird standing position at the dock. So so you don't have to roll all the way back over here and swim to the water. So, like, you would have to leave that house and then roll all the way back, and then swim over here and then climb this ladder. It's really slow, but so now the most optimal way to get to the ladder behind Link is you can do a roll without bonking. So we're gonna try to do that like that, and then what I do normally is I walk back and then I L target right after. So that keeps like the camera right behind Link. So now we're just gonna go ahead and climb up the ladder and then initiate this cutscene. There's a couple ways you can do it, but they're all about the same speed, so. Alright, so after 3 text boxes, you're going to want to press the start button again, and then go up on the control stick 3 times. And then, whatever button you prefer to have the telescope on, that's what you're going to want to have. So X, Y, or Z, or Y, Z, or X, I'm sorry. I have it on X because it's just it's the closest to the B button. In my opinion, it's the closest, so I like to have it on that button. So now what we're going to do is we're going to press B, and then we're going to mash whatever button you put the telescope on. So in my case, it would be B and then X. So we're going to go B and then X. Automatically, Link is already facing this direction, so you can just go ahead and Errol tells you in Japanese text to look at the house. But what you really want to look at is you want to look at Quill. And Quill is the little bird right there, so we're going to go ahead and zoom in on him. And then now, during this cutscene, you're just going to want to hold down on both sticks. And it slightly zooms out as it's going up, so it saves like a few frames. Think if there's anything I need to go over. I know the next part after this is the Orca fight, so I guess I'm gonna go and start from there. Or I'm gonna explain what to do now. So now Errol has like a couple text boxes for you, and it's a fast text, so you can just scroll through them really quick by pressing A and B. So now we're gonna want to turn Link again facing away from Errol because you don't want to target her. So what I do is I just turn the camera behind Link and then turn Link to where he's facing completely away from me, like that. And then I target this, and then, or L target, and then side hop again. Okay, so now we're just gonna go to this closest house here. Okay, after you cancel his text, you can do this weird, like, quick roll kind of thing, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to walk, and then you're going to slightly press, like, up left on the control stick, and, like, in between up left and directly left, and then roll, and then mash the A button, so that way he opens the door. Now you're going to want to hold down, in between down right and down, and that causes Link to, like, target, I guess. Or, no, it causes Link to, like, roll directly, like, in front of Orca. So, again, it's down, in between down and down right. And there's some more quick text that you can just scroll through by pressing A and B. And now, this is where the Orca fight starts, so, now what you're going to do is you're going to follow his prompt on the text, so you're just going to only press B here. You can do like weird like control stick up and down on the control stick, but it's kind of weird, so you're going to want to get used to it before. And then this one, he tells you to L target and then press B. So we're gonna do that and then combo them again. This one it's thrust, so you're gonna L target and press forward on the control stick and then B right after. This one is a quick spin. It requires you to hit all 4 of the main points on the control stick within a few frames of each other. So, or you can just do a 360 on the control stick, like that. Oh, nice bonk. Let's see. That was the quick spin, and now this one is parry. There's a trick you can do here. It's called quick parry, and it requires Link to, or it requires you to press the A button, or like the first 2 frames that you're able to press the A button without bonking against Orca. So it's pretty difficult to time. There's a couple ways people do it, but I'll just try to get it for you. I don't think I got it. Okay, I got it. What it does is, like, it's kind of hard to explain, but it gives you quick parry, or it gives you the second parry 4 seconds faster or something like that, so it saves 4 seconds. So it's pretty nice. And then you're just gonna want to do 2 jump attacks right after, and then quick text, so just A and B. And then now that we have the hero sword, we're just gonna go ahead and cancel Orca's text, and then he has quick text right after that, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. So now we're just gonna press the start button over and over and over again, and mash it. And then since the last thing you did was the telescope, you have to input 3 times to go to the save start, or the save button. So what's faster is just go to the right or to the left with the L or R button. So we're just gonna go like that and then mash the A button. And then right after that, we're just gonna soft reset. And then load up our file again. So now, we're gonna roll up there, across the bridge, and then into the Forest of Fairies. So let's go ahead and do that. Nice rolls. So now we're just gonna go and we're gonna come through here. What I like to do is I like to hold slightly upright and then pull my sword out and roll right away. And then for this, it's kind of weird to get used to, but you have to, when you jump off this ledge, you're gonna wanna keep holding forward so that way he does an automatic roll, and then roll again right after. And then quick spin this log right here, and then side hop left immediately. Like that. So now just climb up here, and then jump over here. What we're doing now is why we quick spin that log over there is because we need 20 rupees, or we need 80 rupees like as fast as possible without being too slow. That it's just a little bit convenient to get that. It's not too far out of the way. It's pretty fast to get those. So now we're just gonna come up this hill and then we're gonna quick spin this grass right here. I would say like when you get to this green line right here is a good distance to quick spin the grass, I guess. So now we're just gonna jump slash up here and then we're gonna roll up the log. And again, hold forward so that way you automatically go into the fight. This fight is kind of weird to get used to, so I'm gonna try to. Yeah, okay, I got it. So you're gonna wanna like do a forward thrust. No, 2 forward thrusts, which again is like without L targeting. So you're gonna want to press up B, and then wait like 1 frame, and then press B again, and then quick spin. So. I didn't get it. Nice rupees. But yeah, that was the fight. It can go a lot better than that. There's a couple ways that you can do it, but for the most part, that's the whole goal of this, was just to kill the bokoblins. So now we're in this pretty decently long cutscene, so we're gonna try to just go through the text. Okay, and that was the last text box. So now we're in just a regular cutscene, so we're just gonna wait it out. Okay, so now we're at the end of the cutscene, and Tetra has text for you, and you're just gonna go through the text cutscene, or the text, and then she'll give you a lot more text, like right now, and it's a pretty long cutscene. It's really long in English, so just be happy you have Japanese if you're watching this on the Japanese tutorial. So we're just gonna go through this text.
Hey.
Okay, so now at the end of the text, we're just gonna go ahead and cancel it, and then we're gonna turn the camera behind Link, and then roll 7 times. Oh, I'm sorry, 8. Okay, so 8 times we're gonna roll, and then we're just gonna jump slash on top of the fence, and then we're just gonna jump off onto the ramp, and then roll to Grandma's door after we get to the top of the ramp. And again, we're just gonna hold down right for this, and then roll, and then L target. Okay, so now we're just gonna, the fastest way to get down off of the top of here is just to backflip, because the trigger starts as soon as you touch the ground. Alright, so now, after this cutscene, or the last text box, you're gonna hold down, and then just roll once, and then just go to the door. Alright, so now that we're here, we're gonna have to get off the balcony and then go to the beach and then roll the Tetra and talk to her. Except don't do that. Okay, and that was Outset. So hopefully you've been following along and you have completed Outset for the first time. So that is gonna do it for this part of how to speedrun the Wind Waker. So the next part should be out like pretty soon. So if you are impatient, I'll try to leave off at a good part. So for now, just thank you guys for watching.